time and date, we look up into the sky. We bring you exclusive footage from eclipses worldwide. We take our mobile observatory to where the action happens. Hi, Stefan.
Hi, Anna.
We collaborate with experts and observatories across the globe to bring you the best view of celestial events.
And we ordered the Devil's Horn just for you.
Now, we have to say thank you very much for your images tonight.
We explain how and show why it all happens while answering your questions during our live broadcast events.
That is a meteor.
Find your home and even more details on time and day. And subscribe to join us next time. Welcome. You're watching a partial solar eclipse on timeanddate.com. We're not really watching it yet. I'm Anna Buckle. This is Graham Jones. This is our fourth live eclipse stream for 2025. And we're having some connection issues with New Zealand.
Right. We have our team at the Dunedin Astronomical Society in Dunedin in New Zealand, where sunrise is about 10 minutes or so away, and they are doing a great job setting up telescopes, setting up cameras, getting connection issues sorted. In the meantime, on the screen, you're looking at a live animation of the sky in Dunedin right now. So in Dunedin, it's just gone 6:15 in the morning. Sunrise is about 10 minutes away. This is the view towards the east. Anna, the sun is rising pretty much due east today because tomorrow is the September equinox. So in Dunedin and, well, in every town and city in the world, the sun is rising more or less exactly due east. This is what we have on our screen at the moment. And we have some we're going to be having some great shots from cameras and telescopes there in Dunedin when we get these connection issues sorted.
Yes, because this eclipse really is a New Zealand exclusive. It's pretty much only Dunedin, New Zealand, 72% eclipse. And the Dunedin's on New Zealand's South Island, and they're going to be getting the deepest eclipse this time round. And hopefully in the next 2.5 hours when we're here, we're going to be showing some beautiful images. We have seen glimpses of them. We know that they're doing it. They're working hard. So we're just waiting and having our fingers crossed. We know that it's difficult to live stream these eclipses. So yeah,
that's right. And there are these great patterns to eclipses. This is our second partial solar eclipse this year. The first one that was back in March, that was an eclipse for the northern hemisphere. Today's eclipse is an eclipse for the southern hemisphere, but it really is a very sparsely populated area of the globe. The maximum eclipse anywhere in the world today will be an 80% partial eclipse. That's happening to the south of New Zealand, down towards Antarctica, in the Southern Ocean. The southern part of New Zealand is getting almost that. In Dunedin today, it's going to be at maximum a 72% partial eclipse. We now have a live image added there into the top right corner. We can see that that sunrise is coming in. Well, in about 7 minutes to Dunedin.
And we thought the clouds were going to be our biggest problem for this eclipse. Warren Hurley, Anton Stuck, and Linus Maltino in Dunedin Astronomical Society have been giving us weather reports, but saying that they're notoriously unpredictable, the weather. And it's the struggling with all the normal things that you struggle with when you're trying to live stream an eclipse. We know all about this, Graham. It's a lot of things that can go wrong. They're on the southern end of St. Clair Beach. This is 4 kilometers out of Dunedin city centre, and they're having a beautiful sunrise at least.
Yeah, they are. And so this is going to be a sunrise eclipse. So when the sun does rise, the eclipse will be in progress. There will be an 18% partial eclipse as the sun rises. So really the upper left part of the sun will be missing. After sunrise, the eclipse continues to increase, and at maximum 72% of the sun will be covered, as seen from Dunedin in New Zealand. Of course, the fact that it's a sunrise eclipse, that does add to the challenge of weather. We can see that there is a bit of cloud along the horizon there. Of course, when we're looking at the sun at sunrise or at sunset, we are looking through a lot more atmospheres. So it is more difficult to catch a clear sky at sunrise. It can be that clouds that are hundreds of kilometers or miles away can cause difficulties. But as you say, Anna, at the moment it's looking like a beautiful sunrise there in New Zealand. Now, we said it was more or less a New Zealand exclusive. That is true. It's not a complete New Zealand exclusive. The eastern coast of Australia technically gets a partial eclipse today, but we are talking around a 1% partial eclipse, and literally only for a few minutes after sunrise. Elsewhere in the Southern Ocean, Fiji gets a partial eclipse. Suva, the capital city of Fiji, has a 27% partial eclipse today. Again, that's happening around sunrise. Anybody in the Southern Hemisphere that can get any part of this eclipse today, we do, of course, have our very important safety message.
This is the one that we cannot repeat enough. The sun is the star today. It's out, it's bright, and in fact it's so bright that it will ruin your eyes. You never look directly at the sun without proper eye protection. It can cause instant and catastrophic eye damage. Use these glasses, eclipse glasses from a trusted source. Sunglasses are not enough. Do not use eclipse glasses with a camera lens, binoculars, or a telescope. These devices need proper sun filters. You need to use them as an expert as well. Like, experts are the ones that know how to use them and use the filters. So be super careful. And yes, we're waiting on these beautiful images. And while we're waiting, we can look at the progress of the eclipse. We've got our timeline there on the left. It shows the progress of the eclipse in UTC time. So we've got sunrise there at 1827 UTC, maximum eclipse at 1912 UTC, and the eclipse ends at 2022 UTC. So what is UTC? It's Universal Coordinated Time. It's the time that astronomers like to use so that we all know what time it is across the world. And we have it right here under us so that everybody can be on the same time during this live show. And above us, we have something called the day and night world map. And you could explain a little bit more what we're looking at there, Graham.
Yeah, so this is our regular day and night map. This is showing us what is happening on the globe right now. So the dark area is nighttime, the light area is daytime, and the band in between, that's twilight, where the sun is below the horizon, but there is some light in the sky. This map is also showing us where the eclipse is happening right now. We can see in the South Pacific, we have that orange shaded area. The eclipse has started worldwide. That orange shaded area, that is where the moon's shadow is being projected onto the globe right now. A partial eclipse is happening there at the moment. This is a live map. So over the next couple of hours, that shaded area is going to grow across the Southern Pacific. It's going to spread as more places get the partial solar eclipse. Also, the dark area on the map where it's nighttime, that's going to slowly move westwards. It's going to slowly move to the left as the sun rises. And we can see there that New Zealand and the southern part of New Zealand is just now moving from that twilight area of the map into the daytime area of the map. Dunedin is 12 hours ahead of UTC, so it's coming up to 6:30 on Monday morning. This live day-night map will be slowly changing over the next 2 hours.
Yeah. So we will be back soon, hopefully with a partially eclipsed sunrise. Sunrise is happening just about now, basically. The moon will then have taken a little bite out of the sun, whether we can see it or not. So make sure you stay tuned, and we will see you back here very soon. Welcome back. You're watching a partial solar eclipse here on timeanddate.com, and boy, are we scrambling. They're scrambling back in mission control and doing this because they're right behind us. They're scrambling in there, checking that everything's connecting, checking that everything's functioning. We've got images that are coming in and then falling out and coming back in and falling back out. The bit rates are being looked at. It's a lot, and everybody's very, very working very hard to get these images to us. So we're actually looking at the partially eclipsed sun right now from Dunedin in New Zealand. And so we've got something.
We have the sun. The sun rose there in Dunedin just over 15 minutes ago. But after rising, it did take a little time to rise above a bank. Right, there was this cloud layer sort of hugging the horizon, which is always the big challenge with streaming sunrises or sunsets, that you do tend to get cloud hugging the horizon. But now, the sun is up and into the sky, and we are...
And the moon is eating away.
And the moon is eating away, right? And so the moon is going to keep eating away at the disk of the sun for the next 25 minutes or so. Maximum eclipse in Dunedin is coming up. We can see on our timeline there at 1912 UTC. So that is about 25 minutes from now. That's 7:12 in the morning, Monday morning, Dunedin time. That will be a 72% partial eclipse at maximum. So the most we're going to see today from Dunedin is about 3/4 of the sun's disk covered by the moon.
So that's quite a bit. You need to wear your eclipse glasses to see it.
You absolutely need eclipse glasses for any stage of a partial solar eclipse. As you were saying earlier, Anna, eclipse glasses are absolutely a requirement for looking at any part of a partial solar eclipse.
And you could call this live stream a dress rehearsal for the gang in Dunedin, and they're checking off their learning points as they're going at the moment. They're really figuring out what's going wrong and what's going right, because they're going to be doing it again in about 3 years' time.
Yeah, that's right. As you say, something of a dress rehearsal, because on July 22nd in 2028, we do have one of the, most eagerly awaited total solar eclipses for the next few years. This is a total solar eclipse where the sun gets completely covered by the moon. The path of totality will be crossing Australia and New Zealand. It starts from Western Australia, goes across Australia. It leaves Australia through the city of Sydney. So Sydney Harbour and all the iconic places in Sydney will be seeing a total solar eclipse. Totality in Sydney will be lasting around about 3 minutes, 50 seconds or so. Then the path of totality goes across the sea to New Zealand. And again, it's going to be crossing New Zealand's South Island. And again, Dunedin is prime location. Dunedin is really right on the center line for this 2028 total solar eclipse. There'll be nearly 3 minutes of totality in Dunedin. It will be the last big city to see totality during the eclipse. So our friends at the Dunedin Astronomical Society, who are sending us this picture we're looking at on the screen now, and are doing all of the great work to fix all of these connection problems, they will be really well prepared for totality in 2028.
Yeah. So you guys need to keep watching. We're hoping to get more images coming through very soon. The moon is eating away at the sun. The maximum is it's 18, about half an hour away-ish, a little bit less.
Just over 20 minutes.
Oh, there you go. You're much better at math than me. And that will be 72% of the moon's surface being covered. And we're going to be back soon, and hopefully with more images from New Zealand. Welcome back. You're watching a partial solar eclipse here on timeanddate.com. And as we can see on our timeline, we are nearing max eclipse in about 10 minutes or so. We've been getting some fairly stable images. We know there's still quite a bit of chaos going on behind the scenes here. Yeah, we're scrambling, but it's a lot of fun. And this is what eclipses are all about. Like, it's live, it's happening, there's clouds, there's technical issues, there's all the things that get in the way of it. And the sun really is the star today, as I said earlier, and the sun will be the star tomorrow. Tomorrow is the September equinox, when the sun crosses the equator. So yeah, it's one of those days, equal day, equal night-ish.
That's right. Yeah. So for the past 6 months, the sun has been somewhere over the northern hemisphere. The northern hemisphere has been enjoying its spring and summer. But from tomorrow, the sun will be spending 6 months over the southern hemisphere. So yeah, tomorrow is the start of spring in New Zealand and the southern hemisphere, and in the northern hemisphere, the start of autumn, fall, and then going into winter. One thing we should say on our day-night map, that we can actually see that it is around the equinox. We've got the dark side of our day-night map on the left. That's where it's nighttime at the moment. The right-hand side of the map, that's the light area. That's where it's daytime at the moment. The boundary between night and day on our day and night map, that is pretty much a straight line going straight down the map from north to south. That is showing us that pretty much everywhere in the world is having around 12 hours of day and 12 hours of night at the moment.
Yeah, and we've been sitting here with the rain whipping against the window, and the autumn has really set in here in Stavanger. So we can really tell that it's the first day of autumn tomorrow here in Stavanger. And how would it normally look like, though? It's looking very straight at the moment, but how would it look in between the equinoxes then, Graham?
Right. So when we look at a day-night map around, let's say, the June solstice, then it is looking very different. Then instead of this straight edge between daytime and nighttime, we have this kind of wave going across the globe, where we have the top half of the globe doesn't get any darkness at all. It gets a polar day and the midnight sun, and the sun never sets. Meanwhile, at the bottom of the map, there's no light there because the sun doesn't rise and it's polar night. So yeah, the map is showing us that it is the equinox. One other thing on the map we could point out is that we can see there's the shadow spreading over the Southern Ocean. That's where the eclipse is happening right now. There's that light shaded area, and then the darker shaded area. The darker the shading, the deeper the eclipse. Just above that and to the right, we have a little icon showing exactly where the sun and the moon are overhead at the moment. And we can see that the sun is pretty much directly over the equator at the moment. It's there just to the sort of the left of Central America, above and to the right of where the eclipse is happening. Again, that's another indication that we're at the equinox, because the sun is crossing the equator.
But there's not only equinox on Earth, there's equinox on other planets as well, Graham, right?
There is. Every planet that is tilted like the Earth does have seasons and equinoxes and solstices. And one of those planets is a planet that's having a very big day today, in fact, Anna. And that is the planet Saturn. So Saturn is having its opposition today, which means that today, September 21st, that's UTC time, Saturn is lying directly opposite the sun in the sky. That means that Saturn is rising around sunset. It's reaching its highest point in the sky around midnight, and then it's setting around sunrise. So Saturn is up all night.
Hmm.
It's also around its closest point to Earth, so it's shining at its brightest for the year, and it all means that it's a really good time to see Saturn. And Saturn is in its equinox year. So equinoxes, they're exactly the same on Saturn. It's when the sun crosses from one hemisphere to the other. It's just that Saturn has a very big orbit around the sun. It takes about 30 years to go once around the sun. So equinoxes only happen about once every 15 years. And this is an equinox year for Saturn. Its equinox happened in May 2025, just a few months ago. One of the interesting things with Saturn at equinox is that its famous rings appear to us quite edge on. We see them as very thin rings, something we did in fact see.
Yeah, we did.
A couple of weeks ago. We were live streaming the total lunar eclipse a couple of weeks ago, and towards the end we had a little telescope bonus view of Saturn, and we saw there that Saturn's rings are looking very thin at the moment because Saturn is close to its own equinox at the moment.
And if you want to see Saturn or other planets or eclipses, animations here, we've got our night sky map right here on cue. You can go in and have a look from your location, and you can search for constellations, planets, stars, sun, moon, and play around with the slider and see what it looks like in your night sky. So it's actually a really fun tool to use to identify objects in your sky, including Saturn.
Absolutely.
So as you can see, we're waiting for our live images to resume. There are technical issues, there are connection issues, there are clouds. There's everything that can go wrong is testing us today at time and date, and also with the poor people down in Dunedin, New Zealand, who are struggling and scrambling to get everything sending off to the world from their place there. So we're going to be back soon, and I'll hear what Mission Control has to say about what's going on with their images now. And we will be back soon.
You are watching a partial solar eclipse live on timeanddate.com. We are looking at pictures from Dunedin
Yeah.
on the South Island of New Zealand. We have just passed maximum eclipse there in Dunedin. The moon is now moving off the sun's disk, but we still have about an hour of eclipse to go. So still lots of great eclipse pictures coming. Now, Anna, we've had all kinds of issues today, and the team in Dunedin have been doing a fantastic job battling all kinds of connection problems. These images, they're coming from the Dunedin Astronomical Society, and they've got 3 guys on the ground there: Warren Hurley, Anton Stuck, and Linus Moltino. They've been working so hard over recent weeks, researching locations, testing equipment. And we are going to go and have a chat right now with Warren Hurley. So, Warren, are you? Hey, there we are.
Yeah,
Warren. Hey, good morning,
yes,
Warren.
Kia ora. Kia ora, good morning from Dunedin. Yeah.
Well, that's
It's been a bit-
excellent. Yeah, Warren, tell us
It's been-
what. Yeah, it's been crazy. Tell us what's been happening there.
Okay, well, there's been a lot of technical issues. We thought we had a good connection. We had a good stream, but there was a faulty encoder a little while, and then other connection issues. We've actually got about 4 cameras running here, and to try and keep them streaming has been a bit trickier than we thought. But anyway, I think you've got some images now or coming up soon, so that's great. And the weather has cooperated, which is just fantastic. We're so relieved that it's a bit of cloud is gradually coming in from the west, like we expected, but we're looking towards the east, so we have plenty of views of the eclipse.
And it's been quite a dress rehearsal, Warren. You've been having all the difficulties of eclipse streaming being thrown at you, and we've been telling you, everybody, that this is a good plan for the total solar eclipse in 2028. So what are your plans going into that?
Well, we're still looking at a place. Actually, where we are now, when we moved to this place, when we found that our previous location had some unfortunate trees in the way, and now we're right down on the beach, at the beach called St. Clair. We're outside the Long Dog Cafe, and it actually has quite a good view to the low western sky. We're going to check that out the next July, make sure we do have a site, and we might be back to this very same location in 2028 because it's so good, it's so nice.
And how else have you been preparing for 2028?
We've been talking with the council here, the city council, and we're looking at an entertainment lineup. We possibly have a week-long astronomy festival.
Wow.
It coincides that total solar eclipse is just a few days away from our celebration of Matariki, which is the Maori New Year, which is in June, July every year. And it's a new public holiday here in New Zealand, and we'll combine those 2 astronomical events and make it a long festival. So it's plenty of good reasons to come to Dunedin in 2028. I know there were people already booking accommodation and booking tours, so that's all. Everybody's welcome.
Yeah. Wow, that sounds terrific. And so obviously, Warren, the 2028 and the total solar eclipse, that's really one of the big upcoming highlights for you and the Dunedin Astronomical Society. But what else does the society do?
We have a lot of public outreach, of course. So we're open every weekend, and we host a lot of community groups, scouts and school groups. But we also do some good science there. So one of our members, Ashley Pinnell, he does occultations, asteroids passing in front of stars. And from those observations, he shares that internationally, and people can determine the location and shape of asteroids, which is just an amazing thing to do, really. And then Peter Jackery, he looks at what is it? Let me see, the event of possibly 2 stars colliding, and then the
Wow.
outburst of radiation or whatever from that. So he looks at that. That's a very rare occurrence. But being here in the southern hemisphere, we've got a whole half of the sky that most of the world's population doesn't see. So we just take full advantage of that, really.
It's worth it. It's worth it for sure. So you guys have been doing a great job at fighting the technical issues, fighting the clouds, fighting all the things to get these images to the world. And so we're going to let you guys go to continue scrambling in the background. It's been great talking to you, Warren.
Yeah, that's
And
can I just say we've got 3 or 4 surfers out here. This St. Clair's a great surfing beach. So behind me, I don't know if you can see on camera, we've got 4 people surfing. So, you know, surf through a partial solar eclipse. That's the way to do it.
that is very much the way to do it. So let's hope we can see some surfers on one of those wide screens soon. And we will be back. And thank you, Warren.
Thank you.
You're watching a partial solar eclipse here on timeanddate.com, and what a ride it has been, including the surfers riding those waves at St. Clair's Beach, enjoying their morning session under an eclipse sun. So that's pretty amazing. But we're seeing some clouds here, Graham.
Yeah, so we've been hearing from Warren and the team there in Dunedin that clouds are gradually drifting in from the west. Now, just to recap, we are looking east. So this has been a sunrise eclipse in New Zealand. So we're currently looking towards the east. But yeah, we are starting to struggle a little bit with these clouds that are, as we say, gradually drifting in from the west. But fingers crossed, because we do still have around 25 minutes of partial eclipse to go. By the way, Anna, we should also just say that on our day and night map, we can see that the eclipse is still going worldwide as well. That brown shaded area at the bottom of our day and night map, that is where the eclipse is happening right now. So it's the southern part of the Pacific, down into the Southern Ocean and Antarctica. And New Zealand there is still just covered by the moon's shadow. And that is now moving off New Zealand. The last place that it will be leaving New Zealand is the South Island. So Dunedin still has around 25 minutes of partial eclipse to go.
As we can see, the moon is moving off the sun's disk, and you got that little bite, almost like a Pac-Man sun in the sky at the moment. It's Pretty cool. And we did talk earlier with Warren about the big solar eclipse in Australia and New Zealand in 2028. So that's the one that they're gearing up for, doing all this practice for, and making all these mistakes so that they can they can learn from them and do it even better next time. But there's more eclipses coming up next year as well, aren't there?
That's right. We've got some big eclipses next year, Anna. On March 2nd and March 3rd, we have a total lunar eclipse. This is the third total lunar eclipse in a run of 3. Totality will be visible from parts of North America, from Asia, and from Australia and New Zealand. Then about 6 months after that, we have a big total solar eclipse on August 12th, a total solar eclipse where the moon will be completely covering the sun. The path of totality will be coming down through Greenland, across Iceland, and then crossing Spain in the evening of August 12th. Anna, this will be the first total solar eclipse in mainland Europe for 27 years.
It's a long time. We're very excited about that eclipse.
Yeah.
And of course, we will be covering them here on timeanddate.com. We're sending our mobile observatory out to both of these ones. But today, we're going to say a big thank you to the guys struggling with the cloud, struggling with the technical issues, struggling with connections, but smiling and laughing all the way through and helping us out with this and having lots of fun. So it's Warren Hurley, Anton Stuck, and Linus Maltino of the Dunedin Astronomical Society. And don't go away, because we're going to be showing the eclipse until it's over. So 20 more minutes or so of partial eclipse to go. But Graham and me, we're going to say goodbye. And we're going to see you back in March. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our next live streams. Bye. time and day, we look up into the sky. We bring you exclusive footage from eclipses worldwide. We take our mobile observatory to where the action happens. Hi, Stefan.
Hi, Anna.
We collaborate with experts and observatories across the globe to bring you the best view of celestial events.
And we ordered the devil's horn just for you.
Now, we have to say thank you very much for your images tonight.
We explain how and show why it all happens while answering your questions during our live broadcast events.
That is a meteor.
Find your home and even more details on time and day. And subscribe to join us next time.